Joining us now is Ojineka Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinex.
So we are going to stick with this sing something, huh?
No, that wasn't really sing song.
No, it was.
No.
Okay, not like yesterday.
No, I mean, you need to keep up the standard.
Okay. No, yesterday was epic.
Yeah.
Like
That was a nice remix yesterday. I rather enjoyed it. I'm very well, thank you, Oji. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
I had a decorating tip for Dr. Abata today.
I knew you had to do that. Well, we'll talk about it after the show.
No, I have to see that special picture.
He actually said
And for some weird reason, the word picture frame
wow, fine.
in a place in the house hung on the wall is coming to my head. I don't know, for some special reason.
No, we need to see that.
Picture frame.
Okay.
Don't worry, if you don't give me, I will ask Uzi.
Oh my goodness, you know I just said okay.
He's very naughty. He will share it with me.
You're never getting it. Uzi will be so charged.
Jesus Christ.
Well, all right.
Picture frame.
Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Here are some of the stories that are trending across the globe. In the United Kingdom, an appeal court on Monday refused to block the government's plan to deport asylum seekers of various nationalities to Rwanda, ruling that the first deportation flight would go ahead as scheduled today, Tuesday, June 14th. Migrant advocacy groups have attacked the policy as inhumane and illegal, while a UN top refugee official said the policy sets a dangerous precedent for migrants fleeing war and oppression. Under sports, the Super Eagles of Nigeria recorded their biggest win ever after defeating Sao Tome and Principe 10-0 in their Group A clash of the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers on Monday. The last time Nigeria secured a huge victory was in 1991 when they defeated Burkina Faso 7-1 in an AFCON qualifier. While Russia's 26-year-old Daniil Medvedev has replaced tennis champion Novak Djokovic at the top of the world rankings just 2 weeks before the Wimbledon tournament, at which he will not be allowed to play. Djokovic has now dropped to world number 3, with the injured Alexander Zverev rising to number 2. Under entertainment, actor Amber Heard, in her first interview since the jury gave a verdict that her domestic abuse claim against her ex-husband, actor Johnny Depp, was defamatory and false, said she didn't blame the jury for believing her ex-husband and that the hate and vitriol she received online during her court battle with the Pirates of the Caribbean star meant there wasn't a fair representation of the case on social media.
Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
Finally, Grammy Award winning Nigerian artist Burna Boy is set to face police questioning over an alleged nightclub shooting by his security detail last week Wednesday. According to reports, the singer had made a derogatory comment to a woman which led to the shooting. This will be the second time in 6 years that the 30-year-old artist will be facing police questioning. In November 2017, Burna Boy was invited by the Lagos State Police Command over a robbery investigation. Oh, Rufai, this is so unfortunate. We were just celebrating Burna Boy. He sold out Madison Square Garden in New York. It's so unfortunate. I feel so bad for this young man. But also, it's not the first time he's going through this type of situation.
It's not the first time. When he does well, we celebrate it, but when he does bad, we also say it. An altercation happened, his police orderly shot somebody, and the next thing, voila, he took a plane and he went up to Spain. It is not done in any part of the world. What would even lead you, as a megastar like that, to have orderlies that shoot people? They could have been killed. Anything could have happened. Altercation over somebody else's wife? The police must investigate. You see, we must have a country where the high and mighty are brought to book. Even if you're Burna or anyone you are. The question we should ask is, who ordered the orderlies to shoot? If he's found culpable, he should face the full wrath of the law. We can't build a country this way. And I keep saying that. And you see, because a lot of people are going there on social media and support, this is not against Burna in any way. This is just justice. Because the people that were shot to are human beings. And they deserve a right. Nigeria must speak up for them.
They do. Dr. Bati, really
I wanted
quickly.
to comment on it. That, look, we get to hear regularly of these are stars in Nollywood, in the creative industry, generally misbehaving. I think the point must be made. Whether it is Messi Aigbe and what is the name of the other lady, the latest in town, Larita or Lara, or it is, yes, at a party, you know, or it's Damian Ogulu, popularly known as Burna Boy, or it is Davido, or it is whoever amongst them. Stardom comes with responsibility.
Yes.
These persons must realize that they are role models.
Absolutely.
And they need to set a good example for people who look up to them. I have argued, number two, previously, that artists do not need to be good persons. After all, Joe Otton was a thief. He was in prison. There have been many other artists who ended up in prison. Analytically, theoretically, we say, well, their talent is very important. And that's what we relate with as culturologists. But more important, you know, as artists, they need to be good citizens. You don't say because you are a superstar, you go about misbehaving all over the place. The third point is that in this particular case, we were told that Damian Ogulu, popularly known as Burna Boy, got attracted to another man's wife. And the husband objected that you cannot humiliate me. I'm sitting down here. You can't say because you are Burna Boy, you want to take my wife from me. And that was what led to this shooting spree at that occasion. If Damian Ogulu, known as Burna Boy, if he wants a wife, let him go and take one. He's old enough. And his parents are capable enough to go and do the normal marriage rights and get him a wife of his own. So he should stop going about because he's a star and staring at other people's women. Yes. You know, that in itself is an invitation to chaos.
Yes. It is.
If he had been, if the other man had had the upper hand, he could have been killed.
Yes.
And the defense in criminal proceedings will be provocation. You are not allowed to go about cuckolding other people's wives. Cuckoldry.
All right.
You know, it's not allowed.
Okay, Dr.
And then
Bati.
number four, the policemen. There's something called VIP protection. And it's an area of specialization and engagement in security protocols. The standard operating procedure does not allow the Nigerian police who are engaged in VIP protection to see that the man they are protecting is cuckolding another man's wife
doctor.
and to start a shooting spree. It is good that the police command has arrested the two persons involved. And they should be made to face the disciplinary committee and sanctioned accordingly. They are not an enforcement VIP protection team. They are there, you know, to protect Burna Boy, you know, not to go about helping people to snatch other people's women.
All right, we will bring updates
only
as
to
the
think he has
story
Teflon
unfolds.
Don. He has
disengaged from
He has
it.
disengaged
long
from
time
Teflon
ago.
Don.
Yeah.
Teflon
But
Don has moved on.
can we just say it's
No,
still an allegation?
you are behind the times.
Please.
With this particular subject.
Dr. Bati,
Teflon
so
Don is no
behind.
longer with him. Then he can get a wife if he wants. He's old enough.
Dr. Bati, can we just say it's still an allegation? Let's wait for the investigation to be over.
No, that's the
yeah?
police report.
Yeah.
No,
well, that's
the police preliminary
investigations are
police
still
report.
We are quoting police
investigations
report,
are still
Audrey. We are quoting police report.
about such a serious issue.
Yeah. We are quoting police reports.
All right, yes, but he's still coming in for questioning. We'll see. I'm not citing anybody, but let's just wait till everything unfolds. And I'll bring the details when the reports are
Trust
in.
you, Audrey.
All right, then.
We too are monitoring.
Of course, I know you are, Dr. Abati. I know that. All right, let's take another story. With reactions trailing comments made by the governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, who on Monday said that his state will vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress and not the Labour Party, whose presidential candidate, Peter Obi, is of Southeast extraction. Umahi, who contested the ruling party's presidential ticket but lost to Tinubu after polling 38 votes, has since accused APC delegates in the Southeast of selling their votes. While speaking at the swearing-in of new commissioners and aides in the state, the governor said that the states which the Labour Party has helped should vote for Peter Obi. Let's take some reactions. This is from Conscience, who wrote, Umahi told the whole world that Ohaneze Ndigbo betrayed him. Now he's telling us that Ebonyi will vote for Tinubu. Fortunately, he has few months as governor. When he finishes his tenure, he'll realize the difference between being in power and being called a leader. Well, another tweet there goes, same man that didn't get up to 40 votes from his region in the just concluded primary election of his party is claiming to deliver Ebonyi to APC. Is that not laughable? Same man that accused Southeast delegates of betraying him wants to toe the same line. We'll see your strength. Well, Anointed wrote, David Umahi, you will vote Tinubu and allow the people of Ebonyi to make their choice. This is not a delegate election, but a general one with serious national consequences. I really liked Anointed's tweet, but unfortunately, I didn't get any supportive tweet for David Umahi because, as you know, he came out to accuse, the Southeast of sabotaging and betraying him. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on this story.
Well, I tend to be quite, not dismissive is not the word, I tend to be quite charitable with these speeches, this political grandstanding, because that is what one expects. I don't take it that seriously. Of course he's going to say that. David Umahi is saying that he wants his own party, APC, to win. I don't think it's that personal. What might offend some people is that how he identifies is more as an APC member than a Southeasterner. He was born a Southeasterner. If he decounts from APC tomorrow, he will still be Igbo. So some people might find it very strange that he prefers APC, which is sort of a more, transient moment in his life, as how he's identifying that actually as an Igbo man.
Yeah.
But I just think it's just about politics and trying to win votes for his party. Yeah. And the manner he's gone about it, Ebonyi State will vote. Well, no, not necessarily. People will decide who they want to vote for. You can only do your best to persuade them. But of course, that's what he's going to say.
Yeah.
You have all kinds of comparative and with all due respect, minnows in politics saying that they will take on titans and they're going to wipe the floor with them. They're going to put them out of business. They're going to retire this. They're going to retire that. That is how politicians speak. That's the kind of confidence that I've come to expect from them. It's a bit like all those boxing matches. Before the match starts, all that trash talk, that's just what it is as far as I'm concerned.
I think the backlash is only because he came out to accuse the Southeast of betraying him during the primaries because he only got 40 votes out of what? 200 and how many delegates did they have for that?
You cannot accept that you were defeated. You have to blame somebody else. That's how politicians speak.
Well, 2,332, registered delegates, 229 showed up at the APC presidential convention in Abuja. David Umahi came sixth with 38 votes. And he has since gone back.
Not even 40.
38.
He had 38 votes. And if you look at the total number of delegates, obviously, the delegates from the Southeast did not vote for Ndigbo.
No.
The other candidates, including my people, the multilingual Rocha Sokorocha, he scored 0 votes. So at that level, you can say that David Umahi knows what he's talking about, that the Igbo delegates that went there voted differently. So you can't say that. But can he legitimately say that nobody in Ebonyi State will vote for Peter Obi? He's not in a position to dictate that. No. This is one of the things we see in our democracy that we complain about. Governors assuming powers that do not belong to them. I think that Governor David Umahi, as governor in the remaining period that we have, should see to it that the people of Ebonyi State are allowed to vote freely and that in no way are they intimidated, either physically or by the factors of class or status. In any case, he himself is running for an election. After scoring 38 votes at the APC primaries, he has since gone back to Ebonyi to emerge. They have this placeholder system. If you are occupying a position, you put a placeholder there who will emerge. Then you come back if you lose at the federal level and you go and take the position. And that's what he has done. He's now the flag bearer for Ebonyi South senatorial ticket, right? So he should focus on that and not worry about Peter Obi. Peter Obi, I'm sure, can look out for himself. He has made the point that if Peter Obi is looking for votes in the Southeast, he should go to the states where Labour Party has done something for people. Peter Obi has his own problems in terms of the influence of Labour Party in the Southeast or elsewhere. But he seems to be doing very well on social media. There is a Peter Obi phenomenon that has taken over Nigerian Twitter and Nigerian Facebook. But that's another issue. However, Engineer Dave Umahi, was right in expressing concern about voter registration.
He did that, yeah.
In Ebonyi State.
He
made a point that it's only in Afikpo South that you have had over 70,000 registered voters. And he was enjoining the people to come out, within the window that is available to come and register. In that regard, he was making a very good point. And people who have not registered should seize the opportunity. INEC should make it possible for them to register. But as for Peter Obi, he should worry about his own senatorial ambition and leave Peter Obi to pursue his own ambition.
When politicians speak, you know who they remind me of? They remind me of a certain Nigerian boxer called Bashali.
Beware of libel. Bashali is a respected boxer, an accomplished one.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
Please.
They remind me of a politician called Bashali. Bashali fought a fight with a man called Rufrato Gianni in Germany in 96, 97. And he was beaten in that fight. But he always say, I fought Rufrato Gianni, but they cheated me. That's all Bashali.
I give him a jab.
I gave him a jab. I hit him at the first round. The world will not shout and say, Bashali, you are very great. You're great in London, you're great in America. Bashali, that's who is a woman you remind me of. Bashali doesn't say he wanted to go and fight Mike Tyson at a point. That's who reminds me of. You can't win in APC primaries. You were out-muscled, you were outplayed. This was the same person that crossed to the APC because, the PDP is not good to Igbo people. I will get presidency in the APC. You were out-muscled, you were outplayed, you were pushed aside. Now you are coming back to say they will not vote for somebody. You couldn't even get ordinary ticket of your party. As far as you are concerned in the grand scheme of things in the APC, you can't do buga because there's no weight there.
Oh my God.
Now you're not determining somebody else's future.
No.
And when you even look at Ebonyi as a voting bloc, how many votes does Ebonyi have to the national voting
But he used
stock?
to support a Southeast, presidency. Like, what is this all about?
But since he didn't emerge, now he's the one now playing God.
Well, politician.
He reminds me of Bashali.
Okay, all right.
We'll see.
We'll see more, I guess. All right, we'll take our final story. An investigative report by BBC Africa, which uncovered the identity of a Chinese man responsible for creating videos that denigrate African children, has sparked outrage on social media. In February 2020, a shocking video began to circulate on Chinese social media showing a group of African children chanting obscene phrases like, "I am a black monster," and "my IQ is low," in Chinese with smiles and enthusiasm. The video was posted on a Chinese social media site called Jokes About Black People Club. The clip ignited outrage in China and beyond, but the identity of those behind the video is yet unresolved. Reporters Ranko Selina and Henry Mango were able to trace one of the culprits named Susu, who has been exploiting vulnerable children in Malawi.
Can you tell us anything about Susu?
I was upset by Susu's treatment of Bright, but not surprised. Again and again, he'd used these kids as props for his own ego, as poverty porn, as commodities that could be made to sing and dance for profit. Near the village of Njewa, Henry had incredibly managed to find some of the children who were filmed in the low IQ video.
You know you? That's you?
We sat with one of the fathers and one of the grandmothers to tell them how Susu was making money with these videos, and to translate for them the racist words that their children had been told to repeat. The end of our investigation was bittersweet. Yes, we had disrupted one operation by one man, but this industry is still growing, with real kids like Bright being exploited every day for the entertainment of people far, far away.
The exploitation of the African continent continues to soar in the 21st century. Tundu Abiola, can you believe this video? I mean, like I said, this video sparked outrage in 2020. I mean, thank you to these reporters who went out to find this man, Susu. And this is just one man in Malawi. I don't know how many more there are across Africa. I don't know if you've seen some of those videos. They're really entertaining, though. But I often wonder, those dance videos with those young children, really entertaining videos, I wonder what they pay these children to do those types of videos.
Probably a pittance, and he gets the money for it because he sells them. So what for me is really instructive here is that there's a market of people who pay money for videos of watching African children be exploited in this way. They are sick. And the Chinese embassy came with a statement saying the video was from 2020. What is the relevance of that? And also that they completely condemn racism. But no, you cannot say as a Chinese embassy, well, you can, but it cannot be convincing that you as a government condemn racism. When we saw the way Africans were treated when COVID broke out in their country, what they cost the whole world, they tried to pin on us. When we even saw the Black Panther, the reaction, Rotus is going to say, I like pop culture. Well, I do. I love superhero movies. Black Panther in China was panned by critics over there and even viewing audiences that it was torture to their eyes because there were too many black people. But they all went out and watched it. It was a hit in that country. So they like to watch black people and malign black people. That seems to be a national preoccupation that they have. People who live in China will also attest to that. So I think that the Chinese government really needs to do a lot of work educating their people. Even John Boyega with the Star Wars posters, promo in China, he was removed from the posters. Why? So they need to do a lot more work than just trying to deny that racism is so rife and acceptable in their country. They should educate their people. They should admit that they have a problem. Malawi should also admit that they have a problem. They should jail this creature who is responsible for this video and other people like that. Even in Nigeria, we have exploitation of Nigerian stuff by these people. We have it all over the world. And everybody has to really clamp down and put their foot down. It's completely unacceptable. And all this lip service, all these silly statements of the video was in 2020. It just goes to show that the problem will not be addressed.
That's exactly why the reporters went out there.
Okay, well, racism for sale. And we're told this particular video that has been in circulation, a 25-minute documentary, is as a result of the investigative work of two journalists with BBC African Eye. And there are thousands of these that is used, to entertain people who are racist and who believe in the narrative in that particular video with the children being asked to chant in Chinese that I'm a black monkey and I have a low IQ.
How dare they?
That is most unfortunate, and it's an embarrassment to the government of China, a country that is trying to engage with the rest of the world, either through the Red Roll project or through cultural engagements and economic engagements with Africa, to be identified with an attempt to put Africans down, to promote racial prejudice. So that's why I share the view that more investigation needs to be done, whether it is on Kususu or whoever is involved in this kind of, dehumanizing project, projecting black people, as monkeys with low IQ. I thought that there had been research on that IQ is not determined by race. And the black race, has been at the cutting edge of innovations, of invention, of achievements, or properly documented, or of epistemology and what the human race has been able to do. But this is the kind of world we live in. It's not balanced. Whether you are talking about COVID, or you are talking about color, or you are talking about, a basic relationship among individuals.
Really quickly, Rufai, 2 seconds.
Brain power and IQ is purely determinant on the number of gray matters you can put in the brain. That's why there's a classical example of something called the Homer's brain. The normal brain is 1.5 kg. Homer's brain was 500 grams, but Homer, the Greek popular Greek mathematician, was very intelligent. So I can talk on racism, the exegesis of racism for over 2 years non-stop. What I would just tell them is that, please, Chinese people, stop all this rubbish you're doing. And I don't blame you too much. I also blame your African accomplice too. This is the people we still go and take loans from. This is the people that have taken over Zambia.
Well, all
we
right.
have to go.
Thank you all for your great
analysis. Thank you very much, Ojinika.
Well, that's all I have for you on what's trending today. I'll see you tomorrow.